here. We're live. Let me see. Let me see. What is it? I can't see it.
I
Put
can't
it by
see
your
it.
no. No, there you go. Put it by the camera. There you go. Yeah. Well, I told everybody we're going to talk about this. Okay. We are live on Facebook. We're not going to formally roll this out yet.
Okay.
I'm going to allow people to come in. Let me go to my
Okay.
phone and
I'm so excited.
I know, man, but I want people to know who you are
What I'm doing.
and yeah, what you're doing. Here we are. Okay. I see you. So wait a minute. We got 8 people so far. All right. Let me share it out so people know we're on because we're late. We've been late all day long. I've been
We're
having
right on
issues.
time.
That's right. We're right on time. And then I started sneezing. When I start sneezing, that means something's coming in.
Okay.
So I don't know what that is, but with you here, no telling. Yeah. So we have a lot to talk about, man.
Yeah, we
Okay.
do.
All right. Let me get this shared. Now we got 18. So let me share this through the network and get the word out and we can get going here. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about some stuff. That's what I'm excited about. Is talking about what you're getting into and everything else that comes up. Okay, so we got that's all done. Let's see.
I got some water in case I need some.
Yeah, I got some tea, man. I'm on the straight and narrow now. I just want you to know. The goddess came in and told me you better. It's done. Your playtime's over. So, hey everybody, this is our 5th show today, and this is
Wow.
a very very special show.
Wow.
It's a very special show to me because we're going to be talking to Yvette Julye. And Yvette is, man, this goes way back, man. Like she knows all my secrets and everything. But so like I came off the streets in 20, I got my own place like in 2014 in the summer. And I met Yvette, like, like right after I started SoulogyOneStudios, and I was working out of the bottom floor of my townhouse, and I would sleep down there and all kinds of other things I won't talk about down there, and and make music and broadcast, and and I met Yvette and another real beautiful sister that's a real dear friend of both of ours. And man, they just like, they believed in me, and we just connected, and I was like coming into my own like as a healer, and you know, Yvette did some healing on me. I did some healing on her. I mean, it was just like, wow. There's not a YouTube link. The YouTubes are on the replay. So when I get done with the shows today, I'll load up. I got like 8 to load up. They'll be on YouTube. But anyway, so Yvette's like, soul family,
Yeah.
she's like, we go way back, like, I mean, we're talking like many, many, many millennia. And of course Morgan and her are really tight. I mean, we don't get to connect with a lot of people on a personal level, but now and then we connect with Yvette. But I got to tell this one story real quick, and then we're going to get into some exciting stuff, including Yoni steaming baths and
Woohoo.
Yoni eggs, and and I've been able to know Yvette, so I know, I've been able to see her evolve, and like
Yeah.
just like when I first met Yvette, man, she was like a lot of the divine feminine. She was just like in the background, real quiet, and I had the tendency to like bring out, help them get,
Yes.
going. And so I've watched her like and we'll talk about it. Her group, the goddess page, goddess group is just like, man, phenomenal growth. A lot of these groups, they have a lot of numbers, but they don't have a lot of real engagement, and hers does, and it's just wild. But anyway, so I'm she's really important to me, as you might can tell. And so, we're just like crazy nuts when we're with each other. It's just like crazy. Even Morgan, like, she'll be seeing our messages. She's like, you guys are crazy. But anyway, so I left the studio. I was in the studio for about 2.5 years, and then I got booted out of Houston, and they told me go to work. So I left Houston in a very difficult, typical situation. I left with like 10 cents in my pocket, and I went to Arkansas for like 2 months, and I made a bunch of music with a sister, living in a bedroom of my sister's house. And then I got called to New York City, now I'm like really, and this is before Soul Speaks 5D. This is like, Todd was doing, videos live and just, doing the best I could and having friends like Yvette. And so I get to New York City, and this is a true story. And so I go to New York City and I don't have any money, none. And I mean, to be in New York City with no money in the dead of winter, it was December,
Mm.
was really kind of freaky and scary. And I ended up staying with a family, a Dominican family in the Bronx, but I still didn't have any money. So all day long, I would sit in my room and I'd broadcast, a couple times a day, and then I'd cry. I'm a grown man crying his ass off in this room. I'm in New York City. I mean, the universe is telling me, go do this, go do that, go do this, go do that. I'm like, oh, how am I going to do this? So one day I woke up from a nap and I was sleeping a lot, which is kind of like a sign of depression. I would sleep, broadcast, cry, sleep, broadcast, sleep. And so I woke up and I don't know what happened, man. I don't know how long it'd been since I talked to Yvette. And I woke up and I always send video messages, and I sent her a video message and I said, man, I don't know why I'm calling you, but I need your help. And I
Mhm.
said, I need something from you. And I don't even know what it is. And
Mhm.
she said, hold on. She said, hold on now. And man, so Yvette's got like this Caribbean, Christian, native, African American, I mean, all the pure religious, primitive, pure
Mm.
soul stuff, and she went, all right, hold on now. We're going to do this. And then she went into this. I've still never heard it to this day. She's done it for us a couple other times since then. But she went into this like, it's not light language. It's not preaching. It's not a language. It's like 7 different languages in one, and just started like, and and I don't know if I ever told you this, but that the next day when I woke up in that morning, there was $1,000 in the PayPal. And
What?
at that point, I had probably never gotten $1,000 in contributions in 2 years.
You didn't tell me that. Wow.
I I didn't know if I had told you that, but that's what happened. And so when that
Wow.
happened, I was able to liberate myself, from New York City. And then I went to our
Mm.
beloved sister who just transitioned. I went to Donna DeMayo's house, and and hung out there, and then started
Mm.
Soul Speaks 5D. I got Morgan on for the first time, and she was still in Australia. She'd never come
Mm.
over. And and we did a 2 spots on Harrios Gamos, but it was just my face because she would only do her voice. But everything started then. Soul Speaks 5D. I mean, I was doing like 8 shows a day, at Donna's house in the bedroom. And I think I did like, I want to say like, I don't even know, like 200 shows, like
Mm.
it was like in a 30-day period, 30-40-day period. So you were a huge part of that. And I
Wow.
want everyone to know how much I love this woman. She's
Mm.
freaking nuts, okay? And I know her personal story. It's an amazing story. She has
Mm.
amazing details that I won't get into because they're personal. But I just want to tell you, she's the same as the people that come on here. She's so dear to my heart. And man, she has transformed in what, 5 years?
Yeah.
She's just transformed. We have our mutual friend, I won't mention the name, she that had a group that was actually inspired by Soulogy, because they were both like involved in Soulogy. So
Mhm.
our friend started a group, and then our friend decided she was not going to be on Facebook anymore,
Right.
and gave the group to Yvette, and Yvette named it Goddess, and then starts putting out these incredible posts. And I mean, the membership in that group went like from like like 300 people to like, I mean, I don't know, what is it today? It's like
It's like
1,000,
12,000.
12,000. And
Yeah.
and every day, and the bulk of the postings are like, it's really cool because they're really deep, and then there's some really funny ones. I mean, like
Mhm.
really funny ones. I steal a lot of them. And but I just want to tell everybody from the bottom of my heart how much I love this woman, and
I love you
how
too.
how you know important that she's been, because it wasn't always easy in the early days. It wasn't easy at all.
Mm-mm.
And our friend would send me crystals, and I don't even know what crystals were at the time, and
Mhm.
Yvette would, I don't know, it just I just want you to know how important you have been to Soulogy in my life. And so before we get into the fun stuff, I just wanted to say that to you.
Thank you so much. It's so good to be here. I am so honored to be here today. And hello, everyone. Let me see. I'm fixing my pillow behind me. There's actually a YONI steaming pot right behind me. I'm in my studio in my home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo. Oh, you better not start crying.
I'm trying not to.
Oh, I love.
So you got a YONI. Okay, let's start. I don't mean.
Don't jump the gun.
I didn't mean you have a YONI. I just meant.
I better have one.
I told y'all she's crazy. So, but you like, when I met you, like so many women, because of our journey, and the stories don't matter, but you were suppressed and you were oppressed.
Yes.
And a lot of the same characteristics that a lot of women had. And you were, to be honest, I mean, like, and there's nothing wrong with it, because I was in the same boat at one point, and you were scared. You were like afraid to come out and express yourself. And somebody opened the gate, and you're just like, Katie, bar the door now. But you've gotten into a lot of stuff. You're affiliated with the local a metaphysical boutique or store that has a lot of people that meet together there and other places. And you have your own stuff. You've become a Reiki, I think 1 and 2, and you've got like
Reiki master. Yes.
Yeah, you're getting in all this stuff. And I want to say too, she works out of her house during the week and takes care of a few kids.
Yes.
And she sends me videos like over the years of these kids in the middle of the day. And you talk about grounding yourself. You talk about witnessing miracles and seeing the real energy of our natural nature. So it's an incredible thing. But so you've gotten into what? I mean, you do the talking here.
I will say, first of all, I want to acknowledge our beloved dear sister, Queen Goddess Donna. She is with us right now. She has transitioned, and we used to talk all the time. And I do want to acknowledge Dharma Soul, because she was instrumental in giving me the Goddess page about 1.5 years ago. She didn't even ask me. She just passed the baton and said, here, take it. And coming from a religious background, because I am an ordained minister, I am an ordained apostle, all this was new to me. And when I started to embrace my divine feminine essence, because I was married for almost 24 years, I was married to a narcissist. I was told that I had to stay in that marriage until he died. But one day I woke up and I said, enough is enough. I didn't even know that I was an empath. People on Facebook were telling me, Yvette, you're an empath. No wonder why, your ex-husband is drawn to you, So when I got sick and tired of being sick and tired, I decided to love myself unconditionally. And I said, you know what? All of the years of the pain, we have 3 gorgeous children. And that's why they're here, because of Dad and myself. But it was time to move on, because I was growing so fast. And I didn't even know that my journey was going to empower and equip other women as I embrace my divine feminine essence through that Goddess page. That's what started it. And, I've learned to love myself unconditionally. I said, all of the things that I've been through are lessons to make me who I am today. And it's been a wonderful journey. I look in the mirror and I go, man, I like who I'm becoming. I love my smile. I love my joy that I have. And I can love people unconditionally. I can walk up to a person that I don't even know in the streets and hug them and really and honestly, truly mean it. It's no fake. How you see me on Facebook is how I am in real life. And I love it. So last year, 2019, I decided to become a Reiki master. I did Reiki 1, Reiki 2, and also Reiki master. And I was actually about 6 months prior, I was at a crystal, it's like a crystal shop, but it's outside. They have it once a month. And the guy that was selling the crystals, he looked at me and he goes, don't you do Reiki? And I said, I've been thinking about it for about 3 years. He said, well, I do Reiki-1. Why don't you think about it? So not only did I do Reiki-1 and 2, I also became a Reiki master. And afterwards, I decided to go and become certified in becoming a Yoni STEAM practitioner, because about 3 years ago, I just went on Pinterest and got some organic herb blends. And I said, I can do that. Didn't even know what I was getting myself into. I was doing my own self-healing in my home. So I would put on a big skirt. I'd turn on some divine feminine meditation. I'd light a candle, and just, the sincerity of your heart is what counts. The intention is what counts. So the universe heard my prayer. Next thing you know, I was off to Atlanta, Georgia, and became a certified Yoni STEAM practitioner with Love My Womb Academy.
So wait, so you actually started the Yoni steaming just because you came across it before you went to Atlanta? You came across it and you ordered some stuff on Pinterest? And so
well,
you
actually,
just started.
I would see the recipes on Pinterest, and then I would use only organic, because you're not supposed to use anything else. I would only use organic herbs like red raspberry leaf, clove, maybe ginger or uva ursi, different things like that. And so I would make up my own blends. And I would actually put it in a cast iron pot and put it in the toilet and do my own thing. And I would sleep like a baby.
Wow.
Yeah. And
so you did this, you did this on your own, and then you went to
for about
Atlanta
3 years. For about 3 years.
3 years. Yeah. And so,
and the thing that really inspired me to go to school and become certified was I saw that so many African American women, we're still in Black History Month. I saw that so many African women were doing the Yoni steams. So many African women or women of color were using the Yoni eggs. So I said, you know what? I got to help my people. I got to help my queens. Wow. So I was a forerunner. I said, let me do it. And it's changed my life. So,
okay. So the Yoni, one subject at a time. It's too much Yoni.
And Yoni, by the way, is the Sanskrit or the Indian word for vagina. So that's what the word Yoni means. Let's clear that up right now.
Oh, I'm glad this is late night Soulogy. So yeah, I did know that, by the way. I don't know some of the stuff people talk about, but I know what a Yoni is. Well, I know what it means anyway.
Yes.
So okay, so now, because I never really got into it. I don't think a lot of people know about it, to be honest with you. Now, so the Yoni steam.
It's an ancient practice for, I would say, maybe over 4,000 to 5,000 years old. Yes.
Is that right? Okay. Yes. And so what happens, like you said, you sleep really good since then. So like what other things do you feel when you do a Yoni steam? Or
well, I prefer to, I like to do it once a month, and preferably somewhere either around the new moon to set my new intentions, or around the full moon where you release what no longer serves you. Wow. So while I'm sitting on the Yoni pot, which is right here behind me, has a little hole inside of it. You see that? See that little hole right there?
That's a Yoni. That's a Yoni pot.
This is called a Yoni pot. Yes. Okay.
All right.
So all of the herbs, about 25 to 30 different organic herbs, go into this small crock pot with hot water. Okay. So by the time my client comes or myself is ready, I put on this gorgeous gown, and you sit, with the cape is over the pot, so that your bare Yoni, your bottom, everything is just loving all the steams that's going right into you.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. And this is 5,000 years old, this practice.
Yes.
At least.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. And have you researched it? I mean, like, was it always a spiritual thing?
Some women use it. Yes. Some women use it also, like after they have a baby, or if their cycle is too heavy, or they're trying to have a baby, And a lot of the ladies that come to see me in my studio, it's just that they want to get rid of old energy from old lovers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So like now that you've gone and taken the courses in Atlanta and all, I mean,
Mhm.
and I know you're very intuitive, and I know
Yes.
you're a magician, you know. I mean, you're a herbalist. I mean, whatever, you're a priestess, okay?
Thank you.
Well, I know you are. So like when now women come to you for the yoni steam, right?
Yes. And they
And
also come to me for Reiki. Now, I did have my first session last week where I had one of my clients, she came in for 30 minutes of energy healing with the Reiki. And then after that, she went into the bathroom, changed her clothes, and she did 30 minutes of the yoni steam. And I'm telling you, it was powerful. By the
wow.
time I started, because what I do is I play my singing bowl. We invite, our ancestors, our spirit guides. We invite our higher selves to be with us, so we can actually feel their presence in the room while we're doing this work. So it's not all me. I'm
Yeah.
not the healer. I'm just the conduit.
Yeah. And so like, I mean, like when I hear you talking about it, even like, I just like, I got to be careful what I say here. But no, because it's going to sound funny, but no, like when you were talking about it, even before, like when you just do your normal practice for yourself,
Yes.
I
Yes.
just like the music and then the
Yes.
candles,
It's a
and then
meditation. Yes.
yeah, and it's like I can see like you put on
Mhm.
a beautiful gown. I mean, I
Oh
can see
yes.
like
Oh
you
yes.
actually build an atmosphere of
Absolutely.
a queen, you know,
Yes,
right?
absolutely. Because
Wow.
every woman needs to know that she is a goddess. Some women haven't tapped into their divine feminineness yet. So that is my job, along with spirit, to help you know who you are and embrace your goddess energy. And
Wow.
like these Himalayan salt slabs, I just
Yeah.
purchased these. I have two, so you can put your foot on each one while you're doing your yoni steaming. So you're getting grounding as well. You're getting grounded.
Wow. Well, that
And then
that
we
beats
offer
the
you
hell.
some tea, maybe raspberry, red raspberry tea or yoni tea, or I'll have some water that's been,
Yoni tea. What's yoni tea?
oh, yoni tea. Oh my goodness. I get this special blend of organic herbs from Love My Womb Academy in Atlanta.
Wow.
Hmm. Have
And
you
so
have you tasted sweet? You asked.
okay. Okay,
Todd, you're
so
blushing.
I am blushing. I know Morgan. I hope Morgan's not watching. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for. Okay, I'm kidding. So,
Mm.
now when people come in, when women come in, when women come in, uh, do you have like a normal herb mix, or do you like make one for that woman? How does that work?
I don't like to use the same mix on everybody. What I do
Yeah.
is I get quiet in meditation and I pray and I see whatever spirit directs me to give them. So I have different
Yeah.
blends that I use. Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wow. And okay, so now they're talking about the yoni tea. So, okay. So anyway, okay. So God, I'm totally thrown off. Now, you I mean, God, I've watched you do all this, and so it's like I know like stuff people don't know, but I'm just like saying you've actually, just taken this to another level, to another level, to another
It's
level.
another
Plus
awakening. Yes.
you put a lot of posts and videos up of your physical regimen. You went to a
Yes.
trainer. I mean, I
Yes.
remember like 2 years ago, you're like rolling like
Oh,
tractor
yes.
tires
Oh,
up
yes.
driveways. And
Oh, yes.
I mean, you're like doing stuff. I'm like, I couldn't do that. I mean, I might could with some training, but like, you're like, doing squats of, like all this stuff, throwing the medicine ball. So you really, really are
I'm
taking
into it.
yeah,
I'm into it.
you're taking your power back. Where,
Yes,
where,
absolutely. Let me say this.
yes, yes,
I noticed that whenever I have a Reiki client, okay, or I'm assisting a young lady with a yoni steam ceremony, okay, the next day I go to the gym, I lift heavier. It's like badasses in the house. No
wow,
joke. No joke. The energy is real.
wow.
The energy is real. And the reason why I call it a ceremony is because after we finish the 30 minutes of the singing bowl and we're doing affirmations, I have the young lady lay her hands on her womb and she's saying things like, I am divine, I am love. I'm teaching her how to take her power back. I am sexy, I am lovely. Then we don't just take the organic herbs from the crock pot and throw it into the trash. We go outside and I have a beautiful tree and we offer, well, my client offers a prayer of gratitude and thank the earth for using the herbs. It's a beautiful ceremony.
Wow, that is powerful. And so you absorb some of that energy and then you go to the gym the next day.
Yes, sir.
And put all them into shame. And so what now, one thing I think that is a little bit more known is yoni eggs.
Yes.
And I know that you've become like a yoni egg aficionado or whatever you call that. Expert.
I've had several ladies who want me to start selling them. So that's going to be part of my practice. Yes.
Well, it would be a natural evolution. So what tell me about yoni eggs. I mean,
Okay.
you know, what you know about it. Do you know the history and, you know, and if not, what's purpose do they serve? How do they work? I'm not trying to be funny, you know, I mean, really.
Okay. This, can you see mine? This was my first, can you see it?
Yes. Now.
Okay. This was my first yoni egg and it is a rose quartz. Now, coming from a Christian background, when I first saw the yoni egg, especially on Pinterest and YouTube, I'm like, you put that where? Are you serious? But you know what? When I began to think about the energy of the stone, the energy of rose quartz is unconditional love, right? So when you insert the yoni egg, just like you would a tampon, okay, from that bigger side in, the smaller side goes, the bigger side goes in first. There's different sizes. Anyway, you think consciously, intuitively, you think, I love myself. I love myself. Okay. And you do kegels. Okay. You know what kegels are, where you stop yourself from urinating. Okay. So you do kegels with the yoni egg inside. And this has actually helped me. Like, let's say after I had my first baby, I had a C-section. So sometimes you laugh, sometimes I laugh and a little bit of urine will leak out. Or you sneeze and a little bit will leak out. The yoni egg can possibly help you.
Wow. That's and then to have the attribute of the crystal, and then you also have whatever intentions.
Yes.
Because I would imagine that you approach the yoni egg as a kind of a ceremony frequency too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, what I don't do, for me personally, I don't like to wear the egg out, because can you imagine if I'm at the store or the mall and all of a sudden I'm in line to buy groceries and the egg just goes bloop? People are going to look at me really strange. What in the world? So I just prefer to either wear it overnight or wear it at home. That's just my personal preference. But the yoni eggs are powerful.
Yeah. And do you find that a lot of women are using them?
Yes. A lot of women are using them.
Yeah. And I know that, you know, a lot of people that are watching and watch on the replay, and because I've traveled around a lot too, you know, people always say, you know, like this past couple of days ago, we had a gathering and they're like, oh my God, you know, it's so nice to meet people in person,
right?
You know, whether you knew them on Facebook or not, that are like-minded.
Yes.
And it's really powerful, you know, because you can really see, especially the ones that are really quiet. Like I met several ladies a couple of days ago that I didn't know their names. You know, a couple of them messaged me.
I'm quiet.
Yeah, right. But you know, you can really see the appreciation. Now, I know that you get together with women. I don't know, but there's women locally, and so you kind of have both the virtual community, but you also have a local community in California where you're at.
Yes, I have a sister circle. I have a sister circle. And we meet the first Sunday of every month here in my home. And we have some vegan refreshments, and we can talk about it, so many different things, but it's all about empowering women. Um, I had a mom that was here, and she was pregnant, and I was giving Reiki to the baby, because we have a time of meditation in the beginning where we just quiet ourselves and center ourselves before we go into our discussion. So we might discuss a lot of different things. It all depends on, it's women's issues.
Yeah. Wow. So this is like I don't know what we call this genre, spirituality, but this is similar to like prayer groups, but
yes,
from the old paradigm of the old religious
right, right.
Yeah. And so are you seeing women, in your local and even in out there in the internet, are you seeing women taking their power back? Do you feel
Oh
that
yes.
happening?
Oh yes. A lot of them have their own businesses. A lot of them are making bath salts. They're making jewelry. And it's nice to come together once a month where we can just love on each other. They're in a safe, sacred space where they can talk about whatever they want to talk about. And we can hug them, we can love on them. They don't have any fear, no judgment, no condemnation. We just love you right where you're at. And it's beautiful. Wow. Right here in my home from about 12 noon to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. My first one that I started in October, I think it went to 6 o'clock. I said, I got to cut this down.
Wow.
Let's cut some of the hours. But nobody wanted to leave. It was awesome.
So you started it. Now, how did you find these people? I mean, were they from that metaphysical store that you were talking about?
No, actually, I had a young lady who is now my spiritual daughter, and she had not had her moon time for 2 years. And she called me on the phone because her aunt said, you know what, you need to call Yvette. And we just connected that first phone call. And I was talking to her, and she got off the phone, maybe about 20 or 30 minutes. She said she went into her garden, and she said she had to call me back. She said, I don't know what happened, but I just started my moon time. I'm thinking, wow. So she hadn't had her moon time for 2 years. And all of a sudden she calls me back, and bam. So she's the one that she brings like 2 carloads of people to my house every month.
Wow.
So all you need to do is catch one on fire, and they'll spread the word.
Activation, man.
Yeah.
Mutual
so they're
activation.
driving an hour to an hour and a half to come to my house once a month. And I love it.
Wow. And now you do childcare in your home.
Yes, I do.
I think you work with like 4 to 6 kids. I know some are special needs kids.
Yes.
And I've watched the energy of that. Now we're starting to be exposed to. I just had the first telepathic encounter I've ever had with a baby, my first grandkid, 2 nights ago.
Congratulations.
And it was amazing. But also seeing some of these other people like Natasha and Ryan Weeks are traveling around with their 2-year-old who had her, quit her job, and they had to sell everything, and I'm not going to go to school, and we've got a different life. And, and so they're actually, I've been talking to them the last day or so, and they're actually listening to him. He's directing their life. And so they're tuned in at, with all the multidimensionality and seeing the child Ocean as as a equal being and a being that's got a purpose that needs to be supported. Now, I've seen videos of beautiful videos that you'll send me sometimes when y'all are singing, or one of them's praying, or they're playing. What kind of impact has taken care of these kids, or what interacting with these kids? What kind of impact has that had on your transformation?
Oh my goodness, my little ones, they keep me grounded, first of all. And when I started my journey in burning sage and Palo Santo and burning incense or essential oils, I just incorporate them with me. I just automatically just say, come on, we're going to learn how to, make some sage bundles. Or even my room here, my studio, before anything was in this room, I had the babies, there was 3 of them, all sisters, to stand in my room, and they had their hands out and they were going, healing in this room, because children are innocent. They're not indoctrinated by religion or tradition. So they're pure souls. So I just had them to say healing in this room, healing in this room. And I told them, I said, there is going to be some healings that take place in this room. I'm in this room right now.
Wow.
So even though those girls have moved on because they had to go to, kindergarten and whatnot, the impact and the energy of those children, those 3 girls, is in this room, and it's powerful.
Wow. And how have the parents reacted to this atypical childcare?
Well, the parents love it because my thing is, I say a prayer and I said, send me the children that need me. That's what I pray. So not every child comes into my child care. There's my parents, they understand that I burn sage. They understand that, when there's a fire truck going down the street, I train the children to pray for that person, and we pray over our meals. So it's a very spiritual environment. I don't turn on my TV unless it's a video, and I have no cable in my house on purpose because I think children should be a kid. Children should be children. So they go outside when it's summertime, they play with the lizards, they play with the rocks. We go pull grass or we go pull flowers. We look at the flowers and we smell different flowers and whatnot and play with nature and take off our shoes and play in the dirt. Children need to be children. That's how I was raised.
Yeah. Speaking of how you were raised, I've had some exposure to your mother and your father, which I think
Yes.
they're in their late 80s.
They're in their late 80s. My mother is 86. My dad is 85, and they love you very much. I saw mom yesterday and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, actually.
Yeah. And I know that, I mean, and so here's another different angle too on this transition, that we call ascension.
Yeah.
Your parents and you're ordained. I mean, you
Yes,
were
I am.
ordained. And so you came from, really, which is one of the strongholds in this country, because I tell
Yes.
people all the time, you ever want to see
Yes.
real spirituality, go to a black church.
Yes. Right.
And so, I mean, how have they taken these changes? I mean, because they're from a couple generations back. I mean,
Oh yeah.
at that
They're
age.
old. They're old school.
I mean,
But like the
yeah.
other day, I went to my mom's bedroom and I just, got into that Reiki mode. And I said, Mom, do you feel that? And she goes, yeah. Sometimes she'll say, are you into that now? And I go, yes. She doesn't even know what that is. But I said, you feel the heat? She goes, yeah. And I have done some Reiki healing with my mom. Next thing you know, it makes her go to sleep and take a 2-hour nap. My brother's like, whatever you're doing, to do it again. Keep it up. Yeah. So I love on them when I go to see them.
Now, in the traditional religious upbringing that so many people had, now I think yours was
very Pentecostal.
Yeah, and so I grew up in an area where a lot of my friends end up becoming.
Yes.
There was in the African American neighborhood, they ended up becoming because their fathers were preachers, and
Right.
they were preachers, so they're Baptist, Pentecostal,
Right.
and it's a very strong part of the culture. Now,
Yes.
in that culture, was there anything that carried over into the energy that you carry now, that you're involved in now? I mean, was there any talk about ETs or galactics or
No.
angels in a sense
No.
beyond the Bible? None at all.
No.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I wish we would have learned about our chakras because we probably would have had a lot of healing and restoration in our churches. So many times as ministers, what we don't understand, we put a fear out. We fear what we don't understand, and we fear what we cannot control. But as leaders, I'm speaking on behalf of Christian leaders, if we just let go, like they say, let go and let God, really let go and let God, the chakras are the same colors of the rainbow. And we all have them. We all have them. So why are we afraid? So we need to check some of these things out, and being still and having some time in nature and spending some time in the water. Every time I'm taking a shower or taking a bath, my mantra is wash out of me what I don't need, wash into me what I do need. That is my mantra every day.
So you're taking a greater responsibility. You're programming yourself. You're
Yes.
working out.
Yes.
You're you're aligning with your purpose and the
Yes.
multi-dimensionality of the purpose too, you know, really,
Mm-hmm.
as a teacher, as a leader,
Yes.
as a practitioner. Do you do now, you do, I know you do sessions face to face, you do Reiki, you do the Yoni steaming.
Mm-hmm.
Do you also do like energy work?
Yes, I do. That's what my work is when I do Reiki or the Yoni steam, because I find out that sometimes when the ladies are sitting on the Yoni pot and their eyes are closed and their palms might be facing up, sometimes spirit will say something to me, and I might, put my hand maybe down their face, go down their face or down to by their sacral chakra where the creativity is. And it's like last week, I mean, the spirit of God was on me, and I started speaking in tongues. It was beautiful.
Mhm.
I was in tears
Wow.
because I went back all the way to the where this young lady had actually birthed her baby.
Wow.
Hmm. Even though I wasn't there when it happened, I was there in the realm of the spirit.
Wow.
So when I finish a session, I say thank you. I'm grateful because I know it's not me. It's just a yielded vessel saying yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So you're being witness. You're bearing witness.
Yes. Yes.
You're not, well, in the old vernacular, you're not a healer, you're a witness. You're
Yes.
someone who, like an escort,
Yes.
to the,
Absolutely.
yeah,
I've had
which
I've
is, yeah.
I've had situations where one client, I actually felt her grandfather in my hallway. And I
Mm,
always ask after the Reiki session, I said, what did you see? Did you feel anything? Did you see any colors? And she said, my grandfather was in the hallway. And I said, okay, yeah. I said, Grandpa is pleased. I had
yeah.
another lady. I said, why do I keep on seeing two babies? I said, I see you with two babies. And she said, I aborted two babies. So I said, they're
Wow.
with us right now. So at that time, I led her into a prayer. I said, Mommy didn't understand what was going on at the time, but Mommy
Yeah.
loves you. So it's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing. I get to experience miracles in my house all the time. It's wonderful.
Wow. Wow.
Hmm.
That's amazing.
Hmm.
That's amazing. And what I love about it too is that it's well, you kind of reflected on it a minute ago, in comparison to the religious leaders,
Yeah.
at least in the past, and
Yeah.
that is that you're basically promoting, well, you're promoting self-empowerment.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
You're you're not taking credit for anything. You're a conduit,
Mm-hmm.
and
The kingdom of
you,
God is inside of us, and
yeah,
and that's what we're practicing over here.
yeah, yeah.
It's beautiful.
Uh, God, that is a powerful thing, and I'm getting downloaded as we're talking here. I'm not trying to figure out what to pay attention to.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah. Now, eh, God. So you have like just gone 180 degrees since I've met you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're a serious vegan.
Yeah.
You work out like an athlete. I mean, how often do
Thank
you
you.
work out? Like 3 days, three
Five
days a
times
week,
5 times a week. Yeah. And I'm
five
all
times a week.
and I also eat plant-based. I'm a vegan. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, let me just ask you, like, you started working out like what, 3 years ago?
About
Was it
3 years
3 years
ago.
ago?
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I remember when you started, and I remember the first pictures. You didn't look too good.
No,
You
no,
looked
I
like you were
didn't.
about to die. So, like as an example, is there any particular measurement that you could kind of give us an idea, like say bench press or leg press? I mean, like how have you increased it? How
Well,
much
today I
strength have you?
today I bench pressed 90.
Wow,
Yeah. And
wow.
I don't have a scale in my house. I don't like to go by the scale. I like to go by how I feel.
Well,
And
you
I feel
can't.
great.
Yeah. Well,
I
you
feel great.
can't. You're solid muscle now. You got buns of
Right.
steel, for
Right.
Christ's sake. I've
Yeah.
seen you like picking up tractor tires and stuff.
Right. Right. My mother
So,
told me around 3 years ago, she said, Yvette, you look like you're 35. When your mother can give you a compliment like that,
mm,
that's awesome. I'll be
mm,
56 July the 4th this year. And I do not look like what I've been through. I don't feel like I'm going to be 56. I feel amazing.
yeah.
But this
So,
journey is all about self-loving, loving yourself and then loving others unconditionally. That's what the journey's all about.
Yeah. Yeah. And it starts with loving yourself, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And the proof is in the pudding.
Thank you.
You, yeah. I mean, somebody said a minute ago, this lady's beautiful. Not just one,
Oh, thank
actually.
you.
Damn right she is. And I'm proud that she's one of my closest friends. So uh, I just have one other thing. So, like, I know your personal story. I know when you got sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah.
But what were your, I know that was your motivator or your impetus, right? But
Yeah.
what have been your biggest influences in your transition? Like I know you must have carried some of the Pentecostal with you because there is some good stuff in there. Um,
Yes.
I know your parents were big, but I mean, was there any particular divine essences that you really resonate with, or what are the
Oh,
biggest things?
absolutely. Absolutely. Dr. Jewel Diamond Taylor, she has been a big influence in my life. I started listening to her. She's also on Facebook with Women on the Grow. She was a big influence in my life back in 87 when I was actually driving on the freeway going to Bible college. I would
Mm,
hear her voice, didn't know who she was, but her voice stood out. So yes, I'm connected with her. And she's here in California. And then Love My Womb Academy, my mentor, Empress Tracy Bryant Swint. She's in Atlanta, Georgia. She is phenomenal. She and her
mm,
husband, Dana Swint. Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, we got to look them up.
Oh,
Maybe
yes. Oh, yes.
look them up. Yeah, I did, but we've been in transition so much we're spread out everywhere. But I think we're going to be able to make some good headway on it here in the next 50 days.
Yes.
So okay, so I just no. Well, first of all, is there anything that you want to talk about, or you want to offer or present, or make people aware of, or whatever? Is there anything you want to cover?
I want to say that if you want to contact me, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. Those of you that are in maybe the Kern County area, I am here in California. And you know what? It's like, have Yoni Pot, we'll travel. I intend to have some Yoni Pot parties, some gatherings, some goddess gatherings right here in my home, where the ladies can come. It's like a girls' night out and just chill, you know.
So
Sometimes,
so
sometimes I
have
wash
you
people, I
had
wash
have
the ladies' feet. It all depends. It's all part of the
oh
healing
wow,
process.
whatever comes, right?
That's
Whatever
it.
whatever you're
That's it.
intuitively, yeah.
God speaks and I
Yeah.
obey. That's it.
So so yeah, okay, so there's going to be yeah, that's I mean, that's a powerful thing. I mean, you imagine like a circle of yoni pots, and
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of powerful energy, because
Oh, yes.
it's a powerful thing we're talking about. I mean, we all
It
know that.
is. It
We all know
is.
that it's a huge part of sacred sexuality, and whether it's in regard to the feminine or the masculine. And um we know that, I mean, this is, they don't call it the Yoni verse for nothing. And
Exactly. Exactly.
that's from the highest reverence and honor and respect too. Now,
Let
I
me
just,
let me you want
yeah,
me to just read off some of the benefits of yoni steam, and I have it right here.
absolutely, yeah.
Some of the benefits are treating fibroids, reduce vaginal dryness, treat symptoms of menopause, treat postpartum conditions, boost low libido, maintain healthy odor, align and heal post-birth, balance hormones, reduction of menstrual discomfort, regulate menstrual cycle, reduce heavy bleeding and reduce clotting. There's so much. So you can detox the entire body through the womb.
I have to ask this question. I'm not trying to be funny. Is there a lingam steam?
Yes, there is.
Is
Yes,
there really?
yes, there is.
Oh my
Our
God,
men,
you.
our
Huh?
men can sit on our pots for about 20 minutes, either with there's some herbs for the men, or they can use Himalayan salt. Yes, I'm actually going to get some black gowns or navy blue for our men to use. Yes, sir. Would you like to have one when you come to California?
Well, I might just start out with using
You
like
know,
used
I can put you and Morgan on a pot at the same time. How about that?
to.
Light a
Okay.
candle, dim the lights, maybe have some wine. Yes. Why not?
Oh, yeah. Whew, I'm getting hot over here. So, Wow, everyone. This is Yvette, Julye, my dear sister, beloved sister,
Mm.
incredible priestess. I don't know if you, I don't want to put you on the spot. Jess Lewis says, film it, Todd. Yeah. Okay. Well, if anyone's going to film it, I would. But yeah, this is, I didn't know. I actually thought the answer was no. I didn't think it was going to be
No,
yes.
yes, there is. There is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because men,
In this moment, I actually want to do it, to be honest with you. I
okay,
actually want to do
okay,
a lingam
okay.
theme.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm doing things that I never thought I'd do anyway. I mean, I'm drinking tea. I've like, I'm on the
right.
straight and narrow. I don't even,
Well,
I,
you know,
I'm eating
having
healthy. I'm eating healthy.
awesome. Having
Yeah.
your steam will make you stronger, and you can also, eliminate what no longer serves you too. Yes.
Just don't tell me there's in lingam eggs. I
No,
don't
no,
want
no,
to know
no, no,
about
no,
those.
no, no, no,
So,
no, no. We save the yoni eggs for the ladies.
oh my God. Okay. So I don't want to put you on the spot, but you have a lot of power. You have this extraordinary power, and whenever I see it, it's like this. It's I don't know. It's kind of like it's almost like a multi incarnated
Yeah,
priestess. I mean, there's
yeah,
all this different stuff comes through. I don't know if you want to just do in conclusion I don't even know what you call that stuff. I mean, like a prayer,
yeah.
um, speak or whatever. What do you call that, by the way?
Oh, when I'm speaking my
That's
heavenly language,
yeah, yeah,
it's a heavenly language that is a language that comes from God.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Would you want to do one of those? Would you want to close
Okay.
out those? Is it
Okay.
okay? I don't want to
Sure.
put you on this. Okay, yeah.
Sure.
I
Sure.
think everybody should see this because it's
Okay. Does
powerful.
everybody want to put their hand on their heart?
Yeah.
Mm. Let's just get into our center.
Mhm.
Let's take a deep breath. Exhale. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale. And one more time, we're going to release what no longer serves us. Inhale. Exhale. Father, Mother God, we thank you for this opportunity to share on Soulogy. We thank you for our ancestors. Thank you for our spirit guides. We thank you for our angels. I thank you for Goddess Oshun. I thank you for everyone that has been on my journey, past, present, and also future. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. And I release blessings into Soulogy and everyone that is watching under the sound of my voice now. I release blessings, divine health and divine wealth. Let the peace of God come. Let the joy come. Let love come. Let wisdom come. Let forgiveness come. Whatever anyone needs right now, let it come right now. There's no distance in the realm of the spirit. You are right here with us. Ha, roho shanda ryoko rashanda. Hey, loloho sorahashe. Yeraboko shande. Yes, yes, yes. We say yes to everything that is good and perfect and true. We say yes. We say yes to the universe, the God of the universe. We say yes. Amen. Ashe. And so it is.
So it is.
Mm.
See, I told y'all. That's that produced that's I mean, it's I don't know. It works for me.
Mm.
Well, I
I love
appreciate
you
it.
all. I
Love
love you
you.
all.
Mm, I hope we can do this again and
Mm-hmm.
we'll look up your friends in Atlanta and
Yes.
we're going to get back that way again in the summer and we'll have to get together and
Please do. Please do.
yeah.
My pleasure. This was fun.
Yeah,
Thank you for
it
allowing me
was.
to share.
So
I
thank you
have
for
so much
coming on.
gratitude. I'm
Mm,
honored.
yeah, yeah. Well, we're honored.
Mhm.
And I love you very much.
I
You're
love
just
you.
about as close to me as any sister out there, and I've got a lot of close ones. But you're amazing. You
I
take
love you.
care. Love you too. You take care. I'll see you later. Okay.
Bless you.
Bless you too.
Bye.
Bye.